even though the garden's not ready yet, we still found some other edible plants on the island.
They vanished without warning. The patriarch is gone, the matriarch nearly followed, and lawsuits are tearing apart what's left. But the Brown family isn't done, at least not yet. What really happened after Alaskan Bush People disappeared from your screen? From secrets to spin-offs, this story takes a turn no one saw coming. Let's dive in. In a twist that rattled fans and insiders alike, the death of Billy Brown in February 2021 signaled not just the tragic end of a man's life, but the collapse of the very foundation that held the Alaskan Bush People together. Billy, the bearded patriarch with a dream of off-grid freedom, suffered a fatal seizure at the family's North Star Ranch in Washington. He was 68. His passing wasn't just a moment of personal grief, it sent shockwaves through the show's future and exposed underlying cracks within the family's public persona. Bear Brown, his son, took to Instagram, breaking the news in a raw, emotional post that emphasized Billy's stubborn independence and legacy. But behind the curtain of mourning lay brewing tension. A $500,000 lawsuit soon surfaced, filed by business partner Robert Maughan, who claimed Billy's production company never honored a 10% profit-sharing deal they agreed to back in 2009. As the estate scrambled, documents revealed that despite massive Discovery Channel earnings, payments were never made. Meanwhile, fans speculated whether the show could survive without its central figure. The very identity of the Brown clan, built on grit, unity, and patriarchal leadership, now stood at a crossroads. As rumors swirled and legal battles escalated, the once unshakable image of the Brown family began to blur. With the future uncertain, the matriarch Amy Brown stepped forward, but she too was battling demons of her own. As the family mourned their fallen leader, another storm raged quietly within their midst. Amy Brown, the gentle yet resilient matriarch, had been silently fighting for her life after being diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer in 2017. A diagnosis so severe, doctors gave her a meager 3% chance of survival. Forced to abandon their secluded Alaskan homestead, the Browns relocated to Southern California to secure her treatment, marking a pivotal shift in both their lifestyle and the show's narrative. While Discovery Channel cameras chronicled her harrowing journey, Amy's struggle became symbolic, a mother's fight not just for her own life but for the soul of her fractured family. The once idyllic wilderness lifestyle gave way to hospital corridors and chemotherapy, transforming their image from off-grid survivors to vulnerable humanized figures. Fans held their breath as Amy slowly improved. Then in February 2025, a new emergency sent her back to the hospital, reigniting fears. Bear again took to social media to announce her condition, but this time Amy bounced back. Just weeks later, she posted a hiking selfie to her 87,000 Instagram followers, radiating strength. Her battle, more than any other narrative arc, showed viewers the raw, unscripted cost of survival. But while Amy healed, her eldest son Matt spiraled deeper into isolation, and his journey would take a darker, more explosive turn. Matt Brown, the eldest of the Brown siblings, once stood as the heir to the family legacy, but his path diverged violently from the rest. After grappling with alcohol dependence in 2016, Matt checked himself into rehab, a move that would lead to his quiet departure from the show after season 8. What followed was a troubling series of events that left fans both shocked and deeply concerned. In 2017, Matt made headlines after reportedly filling a mason jar with gunpowder and a cannon fuse, which he then placed in a refrigerator, an act that caused an explosion so severe it left him hospitalized. Though he recovered physically, the incident marked a turning point. He retreated from the spotlight, choosing instead to rebuild his life in California, far from the cameras and chaos. In 2019, Matt launched a YouTube channel that now boasts over 48,000 subscribers. His content reveals a man attempting to reconnect with nature, sobriety, and a simpler version of the life he once knew. With each video, he peels back the curtain on his post-show existence, offering updates on his farm, recovery, and personal growth. Yet Matt's absence from the family's ongoing narrative has raised questions about his relationship with his siblings. While his videos are calm and meditative, the silence between him and the rest of the Browns is deafening. And while he rebuilds from the wreckage, Bam Bam Brown was busy building someone new. Joshua Bam Bam Brown always preferred the shadows to the spotlight, and it was in that quiet space that he found something, or rather someone, worth stepping forward for. In a rare revelation, Bam Bam disclosed his long-term relationship with Allison Kagan, a field producer for Alaskan Bush People, whom he met during the show's early seasons. Their bond, forged behind the scenes, evolved into a full-fledged romance that caught fans off guard. Unlike his siblings, Bam Bam kept the details of their love story under wraps, but occasional Instagram posts hinted at their deep connection. One of the most revealing glimpses came when the couple undertook a bold project together, renovating an old ferry boat to turn it into a home. This endeavor not only displayed their shared love for adventure and independence, but also symbolized a new kind of life away from the spectacle. While rumors swirled about whether the couple would return to Alaska or even rejoin the show, Bam Bam remained vague, occasionally teasing fans but offering no concrete plans. Their relationship became an emblem of quiet resilience amid the chaos of the Brown family's public unraveling. As their siblings weathered lawsuits, medical emergencies, and social media storms, Bam Bam and Allison sailed under the radar until Bear Brown ignited new headlines with a bizarre bloody prank that went too far. Solomon Bear Brown, the wild-eyed adrenaline junkie of the clan, never shied away from chaos, and in recent years chaos seemed to cling to him. In March 2020, Bear and his ex-girlfriend Raven Adams welcomed their son River, ushering in a new era of fatherhood. But their relationship quickly devolved into a roller coaster of breakups, reconciliations, and public spats. In 2025, Bear found himself back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons when he posted an April Fool's video claiming he'd sliced off the tip of his finger. The prank backfired badly, prompting a flood of concerned messages from fans, forcing him to issue a sheepish apology. Just weeks prior, he had addressed swirling rumors that the show had been officially canceled, insisting it was only on hiatus, a statement fans found hard to believe given the growing silence from Discovery. His reputation took a darker turn when Raven filed a restraining order, alleging Bear had threatened her with a firearm and was abusing substances. Though the case's details remain murky, the damage to his public image was stark. Still, Bear remained defiant, hinting at a spin-off YouTube series titled Behind the Scenes with Bear Brown, and even a new project called The Next Generation of Alaskan Bush People. But while Bear tried to rebrand, other family members faced their own seismic shifts from secret weddings to painful separations. The post-show lives of the Brown siblings unfolded like a soap opera in slow motion, each update more shocking than the last. Gabe Brown married Raquel Rose Pantia in 2019, and by 2021 they had quietly welcomed 2 children. Gabe, once known for his artistic flair and quirky energy, had transformed into a dedicated father and community carpenter, balancing off-grid ethics with real-world responsibilities. Meanwhile, Noah Brown and his wife Rain built a picture-perfect family with 2 sons, only to shatter that illusion in January 2025 when they announced their separation via TikTok. The video, raw, direct, and painfully honest, caught fans off guard. While Noah remained composed, Rain's emotional tone hinted at deeper troubles. Then there was Snowbird, who in 2022 underwent surgery to remove 2 large tumors. Though they turned out benign, doctors warned of a high recurrence risk. In April 2024, she posted a health update, assuring fans she was doing well but continuing regular tests. Lastly, Rain Brown, the youngest, went from waitress to married woman in the span of a year. Despite denying marriage rumors in June 2023, she confirmed her union to Josiah Lorton in December, even changing her social handles to reflect her new name, Rain Lorton. Amid these deeply personal journeys, the question loomed: was Alaskan Bush People really over, or just waiting in the wings? For die-hard fans of Alaskan Bush People, the murky status of the show has become a point of frustration and confusion, largely because the truth is buried beneath conflicting statements, legal squabbles, and prolonged silence from Discovery Channel. On one side, Bear Brown publicly claimed in March 2025 that the series wasn't canceled, just on hiatus. On the other, mounting evidence painted a very different picture. In March 2022, the U.S. Sun broke the story of a $500,000 lawsuit filed against the late Billy Brown's estate by business partner Robert Maughan, who accused the Brown patriarch of breaching a contract that promised him a 10% cut of Alaskan Wilderness Family Productions' profits. Maughan alleged he never received any of the earnings from the show, books, or merchandise. The timing of the lawsuit, just 2 months after Billy's death, raised eyebrows, and the subsequent legal documents further indicated that the series might have already wrapped up. In court testimonies from 2024, Amy Brown herself referred to the show in the past tense multiple times, signaling that production had ceased for good. To make matters worse, Alaskan Bush People disappeared from Discovery's active media list. While the series still appeared on the network's homepage, no new episodes had aired since September 2022. Meanwhile, fans clung to rumors of spin-offs, reboots, or digital revivals, but none of these had materialized in any official capacity. As public interest waned, Bear attempted to stoke the flames by announcing The Next Generation of Alaskan Bush People, a YouTube-based continuation focused on his move back to Alaska. But skepticism lingered. Was this a legitimate continuation or a desperate attempt to retain relevance? Discovery Channel's silence remained deafening, and without a formal announcement, the show's fate hovered in limbo. What once seemed like a triumphant saga of survival had now become a brand caught between nostalgia and legal entanglements. Still, as the Browns adapted off-screen, whispers of a return kept hope flickering. But the bigger question wasn't just about the show, it was about whether the family's lifestyle could even survive in the modern era. With the curtain likely drawn on Alaskan Bush People as a televised series, the question now isn't whether the show will return, it's what the Brown family does next and whether they can keep their wilderness ethos alive in a world growing ever more digital and divided. Surprisingly, many of the siblings have found inventive ways to evolve their rustic lifestyle into profitable personal brands. Matt Brown's YouTube homesteading series attracts steady viewers. Noah has turned his knack for tools into custom-designed equipment that sells online. Gabe has embraced carpentry, offering his skills locally while raising his 2 young children. Bam Bam continues working in marine industries and holds a captain's license, opening doors to a different kind of wilderness adventure. Snowbird's Etsy shop, Snowbird Crafts, sells handmade rustic trinkets, giving fans a tangible connection to her world. Rain's massive 400K plus Instagram following allows her to partner with outdoor and lifestyle brands, subtly monetizing her presence. Even Bear, despite his controversies, remains the most visible and vocal, actively soliciting donations to fund his spin-off series and attempting to turn his notoriety into a creative reboot. Together, they've launched a line of family merchandise featuring their most iconic catchphrases and imagery, and some have dipped into book writing and public speaking, sharing stories of self-reliance, tragedy, and growth. As the Browns spread out, each building their own future while maintaining symbolic ties to the wilderness, the idea of a new generation less reliant on traditional networks and more on digital platforms feels more feasible. Their North Star Ranch, once the heart of their post-Alaska era, still functions as a home base for some members while others have migrated toward more urban environments. They've traded camera crews for GoPros, remote cabins for monetized content, and a discovery paycheck for self-driven enterprises. Whether or not a formal series returns, the Brown family's story is far from over. But as they navigate this hybrid world of wilderness values and online visibility, it's clear they're no longer just reality stars, they're entrepreneurs of survival itself. Still, not all changes have been welcomed, and some secrets continue to cause shockwaves beneath the surface. Behind the scenes of the Brown family's evolution lies a minefield of controversies, rumors, and unresolved tensions that continue to shadow their public image. From the very beginning, skeptics questioned the authenticity of the show, and those doubts intensified over the years. Accusations that the Browns never truly lived full-time in the Alaskan bush were fueled by leaked documents, Facebook rants from supposed locals, and a 2014 case involving 24 counts of unsworn falsification and theft tied to government assistance fraud. Though Billy Brown denied these allegations before his death, calling critics "Bob's in the basement," the cloud of inauthenticity has lingered. More recently, in August 2024, Noah and his now ex-wife Rain filed for a protection order against his sister Rain Brown, citing harassment. Though the court denied the request, it raised eyebrows and hinted at growing fractures within the family. This revelation, coupled with Noah and Rain's public separation in early 2025, cast a darker light on what was once portrayed as an unbreakable familial bond. Meanwhile, despite efforts to rebrand and reconnect with fans, some family members have gone silent or cryptic online, only feeding the rumor mill. Discovery Channel's continued refusal to clarify the show's status has only added to the suspicion that something deeper and more divisive is at play. In a digital age where image is everything, the Browns' legacy walks a tightrope between myth and reality. Their transparency about certain life events, Amy's illness, Billy's death, Bear's fatherhood, contrasts sharply with the secrecy surrounding lawsuits, financial dealings, and family feuds. The question remains whether the family is being strategic in protecting their privacy, or if they're simply trying to control a narrative that's rapidly slipping away. Fans continue to speculate online, dissecting every social post, Instagram story, and legal filing, trying to piece together the truth behind the once-beloved wilderness saga. Yet through it all, one undeniable fact persists: the Brown family remains compelling because they are as flawed as they are fascinating, and in that tension lies the final spark of their potential resurgence. As we look back on the journey of the Alaskan Bush People, it's clear the story was never just about surviving in the wilderness, it was about surviving life itself. From icy cabins to legal depositions, bear hunts to breakups, the Brown family has transformed from backwoods mystics to mainstream media enigmas. They lost their patriarch, faced near-fatal illnesses, split marriages, legal battles, and rumors of fakery, and yet they continue to reinvent themselves individually and collectively. Their children have grown up, moved on, and in many cases grown apart. But the dream that Billy Brown once instilled to live free and off the land still echoes in their new ventures, whether through Etsy shops, YouTube channels, or personal rebrands. The show may no longer be on air, but its impact still pulses through social feeds and comment sections, where fans debate whether the Browns are fallen heroes, misunderstood rebels, or savvy survivors. In an age where authenticity is both demanded and doubted, the Browns walk a complicated line, offering just enough to stay relevant while guarding the deeper truths, and perhaps that mystery is why viewers still care. The wilderness may no longer be their home, and Discovery Channel may never greenlight another episode, but the spirit of the Alaskan Bush People, gritty, chaotic resilience, still lingers. Will they rise again with a new series? Will Bear's YouTube dreams bring the next generation to light? Or will their saga become a closed chapter in the ever-changing world of reality TV? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure, the Browns aren't done yet, not by a long shot. From tragedy and betrayal to rebirth and reinvention, the Browns have survived more than just the wilderness. They've endured the collapse of their empire. Whether we see them on TV again or not, their legacy continues to evolve far beyond the bush. But what do you think? Is this the end of the road, or the start of a new chapter? Let us know in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more untold stories that go deeper than reality TV ever could. The following content is based on publicly available information, social media updates, news reports, and fan speculation. While we strive for accuracy, some details may include personal interpretations, rumors, or unverified claims for entertainment purposes. All opinions expressed are those of the narrator and do not represent the individuals mentioned. Sensitive topics have been reworded to comply with YouTube's content guidelines. Viewer discretion is advised.